HelloFresh takes the guesswork and the extra hassle out of planning and preparing delicious meals for dinner. America's #1 meal kit, HelloFresh gives you over 40 recipes to choose from each week. And then your farm-fresh, pre-portioned seasonal ingredients arrive at your doorstep with simple instructions to help you feel like the master chef of your kitchen. And did you know that HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery shopping and 25% less expensive than takeout? HelloFresh has been an awesome addition to our household's dinner routine. We all get involved and cook together, following the pictured step-by-step instructions. It's a fun quality time, and the meals are delicious. Give it a try and see for yourself. Go to HelloFresh.com/50havingitall and use code 50havingitall for 50% off plus free shipping. Again, to get 50% off plus free shipping, go to HelloFresh.com/50havingitall and use code 50havingitall.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hey, Matthew here. And before we jump into today's episode, I want to make a small request. I have a survey out right now. It is 3 questions long. It literally will take you 60 seconds to complete. And I would love for you to complete it for me. It's at MatthewBivens.com/survey. And again, it's super, super short. 3 questions. It's going to help me to understand more about what you're playing for in life, some of the challenges that you have, and some of the areas that you wish to create a personal transformation. And I'm going to be giving away some cool stuff to 2 people who fill out the survey. 2 people are going to receive access to All You, which is my comprehensive online course that helps you to have it all. So 2 people will receive access to that, along with a pack of my affirmation bands, which are brand new. These are wristbands you can wear. They're rubber, silicone material, and they have affirmations on them that are just little reminders for you to be awesome each and every day. So 2 people will receive each of those, and it would be awesome if you fill out the survey. Again, that's MatthewBivens.com/survey. Welcome to the Having It All podcast, the show about what it takes to live an abundant, loving life. My name is Matthew Bivens, and each week I'm helping you get out of your head so that you can truly have it all. Let's do it. What's up? What's up? Matthew Bivens here, and welcome to the Having It All podcast. Happy New Year, everybody. Yes, it's January 1st. 2019. I love it. This is so, so awesome. And I'm just excited to kick things off in a powerful, beautiful way with each and every one of you. Because you know what? In this show, we're all about creating our abundant, loving lives. We're all about having it all. And I think it's super cool that we get to start off the new year with a brand new episode. It's really going to help you to have it all. What I'm talking about today is creating your word for the year. And this is something that I have done the past several years, and it's been a really awesome exercise to go through and a very powerful tool to help me create and live my abundant, loving life. So I'm excited to walk you through the process that I've developed that's going to help you to get very clear on what word you want to use, that you want to embody for the year ahead of you. And so I'm going to walk you through that and share with you what my word of the year is for this year. But first, let's do some magic. Let's talk about ways that we have influenced self, others, and life in an empowering way, because that's what this is all about. Having it all is about experiencing many more magical moments, because when you recognize that you are abundant, you are love, and you're experiencing that, and it's showing up in all areas of life, one of the byproducts is that magical moments are just sparking off all over the place. So in this segment, we like to identify and recognize those magical moments. And I've had so many. You know, I'm here down in Florida Sarah, Maya, and I return back home to Atlanta in just a couple of days, actually tomorrow. And this entire trip has been completely magical. And one of the things that I've loved most is watching really the influence that Sarah and I have had on Maya and how she has gone out and interacted with people, from strangers, people she's never met before, people that we don't know, to family friends that she hasn't met before, to her cousins, to her aunts. Just the way that she goes through life, just loving and trusting and communicative, and she's bold and she's outgoing. It's been really incredible and magical to see over the past 10 days because we have received so much feedback from people. The impression that she leaves on folks is so lasting, and it really hits them. A lot of people talk about how she just is precocious and outgoing and all of this, and they're surprised that she's just 2 years old. So that's totally magic to me. I think that she had a lot of that within her, right? Like, that's just who she is. That's her energy and her spirit. But then I absolutely know that Sarah and I have had a big influence on her, and just her nature and her outgoingness and all of that stuff. So that's been absolutely magical to watch and to experience. And I've also had some other magic that's related to this podcast. While I have been away from the office, out of town on vacation, I don't have huge expectations for the work that I'm going to do. I bring my computer with me. I bring my podcast recording equipment with me because, I'm a creative guy, and whenever that creativity hits, I want to be able to jump on the mic. I want to be able to write my ideas down. But I didn't really have big expectations for what I would do during this trip. Yet, I've been able to influence myself to create 2 new, awesome, free tools for you all to help you create and live and experience your abundant loving lives. And that to me is magic. And one of the tools was the self-assessment tool that I mentioned in my last episode, where I talk about the one thing you want to do before you set your goals for 2019. And the second tool is one that I'm going to share with you in this episode. So just influencing myself to just run with the creativity. Like, I had these ideas and I just ran with them. And a few hours later, I had these 2 awesome tools. And a bunch of you have taken advantage and downloaded them. They're totally free, by the way. You can go to MatthewBivens.com/tools. But influencing myself to do that has been magical. And I am just continuing to practice honoring that creative spirit in me, that creative fire, that creative voice. Like, when I have an idea, I really want to run with it because I know for myself that spark doesn't last very long. If I don't run with an idea within the first couple of seconds or first couple of minutes, a lot of times by the time I go back to revisit that idea, the spark is gone. And so I'm just inspired that I was able to influence myself in that way. So that's my magic during for this episode, for this trip. Like I said, a lot of this trip has been magical, but those are just 2 examples. And now I want you to take a moment to reflect. Take a moment to think about how you've influenced yourself, how you have influenced others, or how you have influenced life in an empowering way recently. Because I know you're creating magic all over the place. So take a moment, reflect on it, think about your magical moments, and then let's dig into some listener love.
HelloFresh takes the guesswork and the extra hassle out of planning and preparing delicious meals for dinner. America's #1 meal kit, HelloFresh gives you over 40 recipes to choose from each week. And then your farm-fresh, pre-portioned seasonal ingredients arrive at your doorstep with simple instructions to help you feel like the master chef of your kitchen. And did you know that HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery shopping and 25% less expensive than takeout? HelloFresh has been an awesome addition to our household's dinner routine. We all get involved and cook together, following the pictured step-by-step instructions. It's a fun quality time, and the meals are delicious. Give it a try and see for yourself. Go to HelloFresh.com/50havingitall and use code 50havingitall for 50% off plus free shipping. Again, to get 50% off plus free shipping, go to HelloFresh.com/50havingitall and use code 50HAVINGITALL.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
I am such a fan of just throwing some love at you all, acknowledging you all, and just really just showering you with gratitude, because this podcast, what I do, the work I do with people one-on-one, the tools I create, everything is for you. And so I truly appreciate when you connect with me in all the different ways that you do that. And for today's listener love, I want to send some love to Kyla from iTunes. And I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name right, Kyla. I hope it's not Kayla. I'm going to go with Kyla. And Kyla, you wrote a really awesome review on iTunes, and I want to read parts of it because it's pretty powerful. So you wrote, "Hey, Matthew, my name is Kyla, and I'm currently a sophomore in college. I'm truly inspired by what you put out. Your podcasts have helped me in tremendous ways. A little over a year ago, I lost my mom to breast cancer, and following that, my best friend since 4th grade and I went our separate ways. Then my boyfriend of 2 years broke up with me. I was a mess, not handling any of it well, placed the blame all on myself, and I thought I was the problem. And maybe I was. But your podcasts have helped me accept life as it is and let the past be the past. I can't change what happened, but I accept it, and I'm learning to move on. It's been rough, but your podcast has made it a few steps easier. So I just wanted to say thank you for sharing with the world." Kyla, thank you. Thank you for listening to the show, first and foremost. Thank you for that. Thank you for taking a moment to go to iTunes and drop me a review. And really, thank you for leaving the review that you did, because you opened up and you shared, and I know there's people right now who can connect. They've gone through some rough times, maybe last year, maybe in the past several years. They've lost loved ones. I can connect with that. It sucks. It's tough. It's so freaking hard. They've lost friendships the way that you described, and significant others and boyfriends and partners, and there's people out there who are in the same situation as you are, and they are getting strength by you sharing that, you're working on accepting life as it is and letting the past be the past. And instead of focusing on the things you can't change, we call that living in your circle of concern. You are putting your energy and focus into the things that you can change, the things that you can influence. And so I'm very, very inspired by you in a lot of ways. And, I know that stuff that you've experienced is tough and it does suck. But I think the attitude that you have is powerful. And I think it's that attitude, it's that mindset that's going to get you through those rough times so you can get to the other side of them and see the magic and see all the blessings and see the power and strength that you have. And you can go on to continue to create your abundant loving life. So Kyla, thank you. Thank you for reaching out, for connecting, for leaving the review. I am super grateful. If you want to connect with me in the way that Kyla did on iTunes, you can go there. iTunes, also known as Apple Podcast. You can leave a rating and a review, and you can subscribe and do all that fun stuff. You can also hit me up on Instagram. Instagram's been fun. My username, or my Instagram name, whatever you call it, is Matthew_Bivens. And you can hit me up on email, mattcbivens@gmail.com. I would love to connect with you. I want to connect with like 2 to 3 times as many people in 2019. I had hundreds of messages in 2018, and they were amazing. And I would just love to increase that in the coming years. So please don't be shy. Reach out, connect. Even if you're just saying what's up, that's awesome. I would love to say what's up back to you. So hit me up. Before we jump into the episode, I want to make a request. I want to make a simple request. I don't ask a lot of you all, and I like to believe that I give a lot through the podcast, but now I do have a request. I would love for each one of you to take 1 minute of your time to fill out my survey. I want to learn a little bit more about you. More specifically, I want to learn about the challenges you're currently facing. I want to learn about the things that you would like to transform in your life. And so I have a 3-question survey that it will take you maybe 1 minute. And it's just 3 questions. You go to MatthewBivens.com/survey and you can answer those 3 questions. That's it. Super, super simple. And to sweeten the deal, I'm going to be giving away some free stuff to 2 people. 2 people who fill out the survey, I'm going to select at random, and you will each receive, first, you're going to receive access to the brand new course that I'm creating, which right now is codenamed Having It All University, aka All You. You're going to receive full access to that course, which is just totally awesome. I'm pouring my heart and my soul into this thing. It's everything that you're going to need to create your abundant loving life. I'm super, super excited about it. So I'm going to give that away. That's worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I'm going to give that away to 2 people, along with a pack of my affirmation bands. I've been creating these little rubber silicone bracelets with affirmations on them. I wear them all the time, and it's just little reminders to help you to have it all and to create your abundance and be loving all throughout your day. And I'm going to give away a pack of those as well. So 2 people who fill out the survey are going to get access to All You and a pack of the bands. All you have to do is fill out the survey. It's 3 questions. That's it. 3 simple questions. 1 is a short answer, and 2, you just check a couple boxes, and that's it. And it would really, really help me out. I would be super grateful. So once again, that's at MatthewBivens.com/survey. All right, let's jump into the episode today. This is the first day of 2019. Oh, I love it. I can just smell the newness in the air, along with a little bit of the humidity, but I love it. And right now, you might be thinking about setting New Year's resolutions. You might be thinking about setting goals for the new year. And that's awesome. And I've actually also already shared my thoughts on New Year's resolutions in the past. And I'll just say I don't love them. I don't love New Year's resolutions because typically we set these lofty resolutions and we set them coming out of a 3-month slump, which is the holiday season. Because so many people take their foot off the pedal in October, November, December. And so you're on this downward trend where you start to make excuses to not show up powerfully for yourself, to not make healthy decisions because of the holidays. Then you try to redeem yourself with setting these resolutions that are just way too ambitious. You're trying to bite off more than you can chew. You have all these different goals. You want to transform your life in a short period of time. And you do that, but then you might also attack it with a poor mindset or crappy systems or a lack of consistency, or you really don't have clarity on what you want to achieve. So I don't love New Year's resolutions because of the context that they're set and the way that a lot of people approach them. But I do love goal setting. And I've talked about that a few times in this podcast. But in this episode, I want to give you another method to help you to have focus and to help you become the person you want to be. And that's by selecting a single word for the year. Like I said at the top of the episode, I've done this the past few years. I've set a word for the year, and it really does help me have it all because my word serves as a personal mantra. It's a representation of who I want to become and what I want to embody in that year. My word helps guide my daily actions. It helps give me focus. It helps give me clarity. And it helps get me back on track when I'm getting caught up in my emotions. Now, I also have a personal mission statement. And when you combine a personal mission statement with a word of the year, for me, it gives me such a powerful arsenal of tools to really go out and attack life and be the man that I want to be. So in 2017, my word was beast mode. It was beast mode. And that's just something that for me has so much meaning. It's really a feeling, like when I embody beast mode, like my confidence is at an all-time high, my swag is up, I feel untouchable, I feel totally open and loving and abundant, and it's just a powerful, powerful word for me. And so beast mode is what I really, really worked on in 2017. 2018 was all about faith. 2018 for me was all about faith. And for me, faith is trust plus surrender. So I really worked on trusting in 2018, and I really worked on surrender in 2018. And that was hard. That was very hard. I could probably roll over faith into 2019 because there's a lot of moments when I didn't trust, and there's a lot of moments where surrender was incredibly hard. And so I still have some learning and some lessons and a lot of things a lot of areas to grow when it comes to my faith. And that's a beautiful thing, it just lets me know where I have opportunity. So for 2019, I went through the process that I'm about to outline for you all. And I had a big old list of words, maybe like 15 or so. And I just started to kind of throw out there, when I had a word, I would write down some of the feelings that came up. And as I continued to go through that process, got narrower and narrower, the word that came to me was elevate. I was really moved by the word elevate. I really wanted to elevate my game, elevate my content for you all, elevate my value, elevate my self-worth, elevate my health. And then I started to think, okay, what's a more powerful way to say elevate, right? Or what's something that really resonates with me? I like the word elevate, but there's something else another word I could select that would really, really light me up. And for me, that is transcend. My word for 2019 is transcend. And what I love about that word is that transcend means to go beyond the limit. And that's what I connect with for this year. 2018 was an awesome year. One of the things that became more clear for me, more apparent for me, were the limits that I was placing on myself. My limiting beliefs, my limiting mindsets, habits that were limiting me. And this year, because I have this new awareness around those limits, and they're all created by myself, right? They aren't real. They're just things that I'm wearing on or things that I'm thinking. I'm planning to transcend those limits. I'm planning to rise above them, to go beyond them, to exceed what I believe is possible for myself with my health, with my relationships, as a father, as a husband, with my business, with this podcast. I'm planning to transcend where I believe I can take those things, go beyond it, push myself, and discover new abilities, discover, new capabilities about myself. So transcend is my word for 2019, and I am very, very excited to be putting that into play. Like it's January run right now, so I got 365 days, including today, to be the word transcend. And I'm very, very excited about that. So let's dig into the process. This is the process that I use to create my words. It's a simple process. I'm going to walk you through each step right now. And I have made a free downloadable PDF that walks you through this process as well. So if you want the tool, I encourage you to go get it, because you're going to listen to everything I have to say in the episode, and then I want you to use the tool to go about creating your own word. So you can go to MatthewBivens.com/tools, and you will see there the one for creating your word for the year. I have a bunch of tools on that page. I'm going to continue to keep adding more to that page, but you'll see the one there for word for the year. So again, go to MatthewBivens.com/tools and download the tool for the word for the year. And you can use that to either follow along in the episode. So maybe you want to pause now, go and download it, like if you're at the office or home or something like that. If you're in your car or at the gym, then just listen. And then when you go to sit down to create your word, go back, download the tool, and that's going to help you. Again, MatthewBivens.com/tools and download word for the year. And it's totally free. These tools are totally free for you.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
So we've got 7 steps. 7 steps. Simple stuff. All right. Step number 1. I want you to reflect on the previous year. So take a minute, reflect on 2018. Think about what could you use more of in your life. What are those things that you could have used more of based on what showed up for you in the past year? Also think about what you could use less of, right? Maybe you want to have less gossiping conversations. Maybe you want to have more patience. Maybe you want to have less scarcity around money. Maybe you want to have, more service in your life, more giving back. Whatever it is, just take a moment to reflect. Think about the past year. Think about how you showed up. Think about what you created, right? Remember that everything you created in your life in the past year is a result of your art forms, your actions, your relationships, and your thoughts. So think about those things in relation to the previous year. I also recommend you go back and listen to the episode just before this, which is called The One Thing to Do Before Planning Your 2019 Goals and New Year's Resolutions, because I help you to go through a reflection process as well in that episode. And you can reflect on who you have been being in, I think it's 9 different areas. So the first step is to reflect. I want you to think about those major breakdowns, think about the major breakthroughs and everything that went into them. Step 2, I want you to now think about the type of person you wish to become by the end of this year. So in 364 days, New Year's Eve 2019, or whatever year you're listening to this episode right now, it's the end of the year. Who do you want to become? Who do you want to be at that point? What do you see for yourself in this year? What do you see yourself creating? What do you see yourself experiencing? What do you see yourself doing? Who do you see yourself becoming? I want you to think about the goals you want to accomplish in the year. I want you to really take a moment and just quiet your mind. Maybe it's a meditation to really just quiet everything down so you can hear. I want you to hear what your heart is communicating to you. I want you to hear what your spirit is communicating to you in terms of the type of person you want to become in this year. Really take a moment for that. I want you to envision that person. I want you to feel what it's like to be that person, to really, really be them. So this step number 2, is all about getting into the shoes of the person you wish to become. Step 3, now you're going to ask yourself the question, what will it take to become that person? What values do you need to internalize? Maybe there's some values you need to add into your repertoire. Maybe there's some you need to let go of. What characteristics will you need to embody to become that person? What are the qualities that person has? Think about the art forms of that person, the person you wish to become by the end of this year. What actions, relationships, and thoughts have they repped the entire year to get to a point of beginning to understand themselves and beginning to master them? So really, what is it going to take for you to become that person you wish to become? Step 4. Now, this is where we start to actually write down some words. I want you to make a short list of words, things that just come to mind when you think about becoming that person. I don't want you to worry about editing right now. just get out a piece of paper or open up your phone or get a Word doc out and just start writing down some words. Now, in the tool that goes along with this episode, I list out a bunch of words for you that can help get you going. So go and check that out. Again, if you're in the gym or something right now and you can't do it, that's cool. Just go back and download it later. MatthewBivens.com/tools. Download the Word for the Year tool, and you'll see in step number 4, I have a big old list of words. I'm not going to read them all off because that might take a while. But these are just words to help you get flowing. So think about, some words that come to mind when you're thinking about the person you wish to become. Maybe something like strength. Maybe something like perseverance. Maybe something like kindness or patience, right? What are those words that come to mind? And for me, what really helped when coming up with my word for this year was to look at a list and just go through and read them. And anytime something kind of stirred within me, I wrote it down. I'd be like, yes, no, 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 no. Ooh, yeah, write that down. No, 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 just kind of reading through my list. No, no, no. Ooh, yes, write that down. So you'll have a nice little short list of words. That's step number 4. Step number 5, we want to start paring that list down a little bit. And I want you, if you can, get to that single word in step number 5, right? So pick one word that encompasses all of them. So once you have your short list, look at them, and maybe there's a trend or a pattern. There probably will be, right? Maybe you have a lot of words that talk about, courage or bravery or risk-taking. It's like, oh, okay, they're kind of all around this theme. So pick one that encompasses them all. Or if you have words that kind of are in different areas, different sort of categories, pick the word that rises above the rest. So what is the one characteristic or value or attribute that if you were to become that, if you were to embody that word, that characteristic, that attribute, if you embody that in the next year, it's going to transform your life in the most significant way. That can help you if you have a bunch of different words and you're like, I don't know. Think about if you became it. Okay, if I was really to embody this one, is that going to have the biggest impact on me? Or this one, and go through, and that's going to help you to get to that one word. A helpful question that you can ask yourself, if you're kind of stuck in between words, is, am I interested in this, or am I committed to this? If you're interested in a word, then you're probably going to make some excuses down the road. Somewhere down the road, you'll make excuses, and you won't end up truly becoming the person you want to be. That happens if you're just interested in something. So go through your list and read, am I interested in this or am I committed? If you're committed, that means you're going to do whatever it takes to implement that word and to become that person. You want to be committed to the final word that you choose. So this might take a little while. You might have to kind of compare these words and go back and forth. But by the end of this step, one of these words is going to stand out to you. One's going to stand out. It might make you feel a little bit nervous. It might make you feel a little bit intimidated, especially if it's something that you maybe have been avoiding for a while, or you've known for a while that if you embody this and become this, a lot of things are going to shift in your life, and you might be scared of that change. But that's okay. So in this 5th step, I want you to go from your big list down to your single word. You may need to sleep on this. I took a day. After I came up with my word transcend, I slept on it. And then the next day I shared it with Sarah, and after sharing it, I was like, yep, that's my word. So on this step, once you get down to that one word, pause on it for a little bit. Take an afternoon, sleep on it, revisit the next day, and if it still resonates with you, then boom, there you go. If it doesn't resonate with you, start the process over again. You can go back to step 1 if you want, or you can go back and just reflect on what you wrote for step 3. What's it going to take for you to become that person that you visualized? And then go into step 4, go to your big list. Step 5, whittle that list down. And just keep doing that, repeating that until you get to the one word. Now, step 6, once you have your one word, I recommend make it visible. Write that sucker down. Write it down in your calendar. Write it down in your planner. Write it down in your journal. Set a reminder in your phone for your word of the year to pop up every morning so that you can see it and you can remind yourself. Write it on a Post-it note. Stick it on your fridge. Stick it on your bathroom mirror. If you already have a personal mission statement, stick it underneath the personal mission statement. Wherever you have it, I want you to write that sucker down. Get it in front of your face because I want you to see it every single day. I want you to see it every single day, and I want you to be able to access it whenever you need it. Sometimes you need the word when you're kind of feeling a little bit scared or anxious or uneasy. You need to read your word so it's going to fire you up and get you back into your powerful place. Or sometimes you need the word when you're totally out of alignment, when you're totally caught up in your fears, when you're totally caught up in scarcity, and you need to reset. So make sure that it's easy for you to see your word and find your word when you need it. If you don't do any of these, if you only do one of these things, then I recommend you put it in your phone. Make an event in your calendar, set it to repeat every single day in the morning, whenever time is great for you, 7 a.m., 8 a.m., whatever. Have it pop up so that every single day you're just going to pop up with that event and it's going to say word of the year blank. And maybe, if you write a definition or what it means to you, fine. Whatever you put in there, have that pop up in your phone. So if you only do one of these things, do that one. That's step 6. Step 7, this is the final step. Step 7 is to tell other people. Once you have your word, once it connects with you in your spirit, go and tell others. They're going to help you activate it. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell them what your word is, share what it means to you, and share with them what you intend to do with it. What do you intend to create? Who do you intend to become? What do you intend to heal or grow or transform? You can even take it a step further. You can go and update your social media profiles. You can put it in your Instagram little description profile thing, or Twitter or Facebook. You can put it in your email signature. That's a great place to put it. If you've ever emailed with me, you'll see that my personal mission statement is in my email signature, because I want every single person that gets an email from me to know what I'm playing for in life. And they read it and they say, oh, wow, okay, I get it. He's not messing around. Cool. And by doing that, they activate it a little bit more. They put a little bit of their energy into it. So the final step is to tell other people. And one person that you can tell who will definitely put their energy into it and help you live into your word? That's me. Connect with me. Connect with me, people. This is a great opportunity to do that. Once you've come up with your word, reach out to me. Hit me up on Instagram, Matthew_Bivens. I would love to support you in activating this word and putting that energy into it and making it burn within your spirit, burn within your soul so fiercely that you have no freaking doubt in your mind that you're going to go out this year and you're going to go beast mode all over this year with your word. Reach out to me, because I'm pouring that much passion into my word, into Sarah's word, and I want to help pour that much passion into your word. So connect with me, Matthew_Bivens, or hit me up on my email, mattcbivens@gmail.com. Share with me your word. The more of us who are being intentional in this way to have something that we're going to use to bring that focus, bring that clarity, that's going to help us to live the greatest lives that we want to live this year, the more of us that are doing that, the more that we are spreading this message of having it all. The more that we are spreading our love throughout the world. And so that's part of my mission. That is truly part of my mission. And we can do it in this very simple way by creating these words for ourselves. It's such a simple thing, It's just a single word. It's a simple thing, but it has powerful implications. The ripple effects from being intentional like this are totally amazing. So I hope that this episode inspired you and helps you to set your word for the year. I'm very excited to be to read what your words are and to just be further inspired by you. Because anytime I connect with any one of you, it's just inspiring, just the people that you are being. And I love it. I'm truly excited for this year. 2019 is going to be bananas. I mean, it already has been. And it's only one day into this thing. So I'm grateful for all the previous years. I am grateful for all the lessons. I'm grateful for all the breakdowns, all the breakthroughs. Humbled by a lot of it, especially coming out of last year. Remember that, faith and trust and surrender and my challenges with that in a number of different areas. So this year is just going to be through the roof, and I'm excited to live life with each and every one of you. So, here's to you having an incredible start to 2019. I have some awesome things cooking up that are going to be kicking off shortly. We have a trust challenge coming up in a couple of weeks. We're going to do the first trust challenge of the year. So stay tuned for that. I'll give you more information about that in the next couple of episodes. I've also got some cool things. I've teased All You a few times so far, and that's going to be coming out in 2019, probably next month. And we just got a lot of really amazing things. So I'm excited. I'm inspired. I'm rambling. That means it's time for me to end it. My name is Matthew Bivens, and here is to you having it all. Quick note about the Having It All podcast. I am not a doctor nor a licensed therapist. I'm a guy with a story and a passion for conscious conversation. My thoughts, opinions, and beliefs are my own. So please consult with your doctor or healthcare provider regarding any questions or issues you have related to your personal, physical, or mental health.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.